Hi everyone, welcome to Creative Design and Compositing. It's already week 3 of the class. And this week I'm going to show you 3 things. First is how to create a realistic shadow under objects. And the second is some fun effects that you can do on Photoshop. And lastly, I want to talk about the blend modes in Photoshop. So first, let's talk about the shadows. There's 2 different types of shadows that people usually use. One is a reflective shadow, and another is a drop shadow. So let's take a look at the examples. So you can see here that a reflective shadow on the right is when you can see the reflection of the product right below it. It's sort of like a mirror effect. And here, this is a drop shadow. You can see that the light is coming from the top left-hand corner, and it's casting a drop shadow on the surface of on the white surface. This also is a drop shadow. The light here is coming from straight up. And this is a pop quiz. Do you think this is a drop shadow or a reflective shadow? And for those of you that think it's a drop shadow, you are correct. For the fun effects, I want to show you 2 things. One is how to create halftones, and another is how to make gradients on Photoshop. So here you can see that the face is a halftone. And so are these yellow and blue objects that are floating above and below. I'll show you how to create this sort of effect using an orange. And this is a poster that I created. I want to show you how to make these kinds of gradients and kind of play with this on Photoshop. And lastly, the blend modes. It's when you are on the layers panel on the right side and it says normal, if you click there, you get this drop down list of different blend modes, and they all do different things, and it's fun to kind of click through and see what looks cool, and you can use whatever works best for you at that moment. So I'm going to show you how to create a double exposure poster such as this one. So there are 3 things that I want you to do for the homework. One is to pick an object and create a drop shadow and a reflective shadow for that object. Another is to create a poster using the halftone or the gradient. And lastly, I want you to create a double exposure photo of you and another photo and create that sort of effect that I just showed you. So let's dive right in and I'll show you how to do all these functions on Photoshop.